Prior to kickoff, I felt good. You know, we had a good week of practice. You know, the first game of any season, it always seems like it takes forever to get there. But I felt good going into the game prior to kickoff.
It's always just been getting at least something to eat and drink a lot of water the night before and like the day of. But this year, Coach has me doing the pregame prayer, which is new to me. So it was actually the first time I did it, and it went really well. So really just eating, drinking, and I had to think about what I was going to say in the locker room to all the teammates. So.
I definitely was a little nervous, but we started the game on defense, and defense isn't really new to me, so I know what to do, and it's not like quarterback's all new for me. So I think being on defense first made the nerves go away, and then when we finally got the first snap on offense, it was like, all right, it's game time, so I don't have to worry about it.
It was a slow first half for us, and that's not to take anything away from Memorial. They have some tremendous athletes. They're well coached. We played with a slow tempo. You know, we had some we fumbled once. We had 2 holding calls, and it's just not the type of football that we can afford to play and expect to win the number of games that we want to and need to get to the playoffs. So the first half was sloppy. Our defense played tough, played good. We only gave up 2 big plays, and found ourselves with our back against the wall, so to speak, several times, but didn't really cave into that, and it showed that we could bend and not break. As far as offense, however, it took us a full half to kind of get the tempo that we wanted.
And I think it just took us a full half to really realize that our season has begun. I think our defense was fine. It was just our offense. We needed to remember how fast we are and how we have the ability to move the ball down the field, but we just weren't doing it, and it just took the first half for us to.
A combination of Mike Bayless, who's a natural leader and a natural athlete. Even with that being said, it was his first time playing quarterback in a high school varsity game, so I think that was a little bit of it. We have 2 brand new tackles that hadn't played at varsity level at tackle before, and we get some young guys at some skill positions. Good balance of seniors and sophomores in between, but it was a mixture of little jitters perhaps, and just trying to find our rhythm.
Started to roll out a little bit in kind of a panic, and then I realized no one's really coming after me, so I just stepped back and settled down, and kept my eyes downfield, and then I threw it, and I thought at first I overthrew him, but then it just landed right in his hands, and it was an awesome feeling to get the points on the board finally. The wide receivers were telling me the whole game that the posts were there, and then I finally trusted them, and then yeah, when I finally saw them, it was like excited and surprised, and then just all I had to do was complete it.
Pass to Andy Peniskovich was a beautifully thrown ball, but it made it look really easy because I think it was blown coverage. The safety came up and bid on a underneath pass. So it's an easy pass to throw, but it was a good one. Later on in the game, he just missed a touchdown pass to Andy in the end zone, and I think that was one of his best passes of the game, even though it was an incomplete pass. He led the receiver, and it would have been a tough catch for Andy to make, but it was very well thrown football. And I think Mike answered some more questions for us this weekend as to how versatile he can be, and there's no doubt in my mind he's going to get better each and every.
You also notice the whole place goes silent, and you can kind of see the ball slowing down in the air, and then it's caught, and you're just like, for that game, I was like, finally, we're going to get on the board, we're going to get this game moving. It's just a great feeling. It's the suspense while the ball is in the air, though. It feels like an eternity.
practice on defense, we played. We always talk to the guys about playing for the 10 other guys behind them on the field. Knowing their responsibilities and trusting the guys behind them. And defensively, I was very pleased with how we did. Like you said, aside from those 2 big plays, even with that 1 big play, however, we had our backside corner, Tucker Levine, who it was his first football game in high school since being out the past 2 years with a shoulder injury. So he had a great touchdown alley, saved what would have been a touchdown from behind. So I was very pleased with that.
It's huge. The 2 goal line stands we made, I think, was a major turning point in the game, because if they had gotten a score up on the board first, I think it would have been a different game. But our defense came up huge twice in a row to keep that from happening.
Our defense didn't really panic. We knew we could stop them, and we did. And I think it gave our team a boost of momentum, and now we were able to get the ball back. We weren't in a hole or anything. That was huge.
Hey, let's play the football that we know we should play. It wasn't to pump them up. There weren't a lot of halftime adjustments. Offensively, I purposely kept it very simple as far as not putting in too many plays in the first half to get Mike's confidence up, to have him know that he could do whatever we asked him to. And really the focus on the second half was just to keep the tempo, or to get the tempo to where, not to keep it, but to get the tempo where we needed it to be. And once we started to see the tempo increase and play at the speed at which we practice, which is relatively good, I think we kind of came into our own.
We took our time to think about what we need to do, and I don't think we were nervous at all. Like, we knew we could control the game, and we just kind of built up and we got excited again. And I think a key part of that was, just remembering to play Bulldog football the way we know how to do it.
Talk, real quick, what do we know about Morris? They have a really good running back. Their starting fullback may or may not be in. They're a huge running back, but they also have a fullback. They also have a very good running back also. They're chippy and gritty, okay? And they always have been, and always will be.
Looks like they ran a lot of trips.
Yep, they do run a lot of trips.
Still need the guards.
Yep, the guards will still take the play. We're going to be mostly in base 3 this week with some cover 2 and 2-man under. Yep. Yep, they like to throw the ball deep, throw it often. Okay? Anyone notice anything about any of their offensive tackles? Yeah, what number is it? Yeah.
I just told you that in the hallway.
Ah!
I saw it.
I mean, he was listening though. He was listening. I was like, damn.
He did say he saw it.
I was like, damn. Hey, this kid is legit. This kid is for real. All right? So if that doesn't scare you a little bit, then you don't know what football's about. You're going to use that fear to say, hey, listen, I got to have my best week ever. And you guys that are playing against our offensive tackles or our defensive guys that are playing up against him, rather, we got to have our best week ever because this kid's going to bring it. If we do not bring it against each other throughout the week, we're going to be in for a shock Friday night. We know what our guys are against here. Look at the left tackle here, 72. Watch what he does closest to us. Okay? Didn't kill the kid, okay? But he's aggressive, he fits in with him, he stays on him, okay? You can't think you're just going to get popped by this kid and having to leave you alone. He's going to stay on you the entire time. Okay, screen. You guys will have a chance. The good thing about playing on a spread team is you see a lot of stuff in practice anyways with us. Just retrace your steps. That's another well-thrown ball. Why is that a good ball, Mike? No one else is going to get it, exactly. Were you guys freshmen when we played with the state championship?
Yeah.
Last time we played Portsmouth, they handily beat us, destroyed us in the Division III state title game. And Portsmouth is one of those teams that they always have athletes. They're well coached, and they always have players that play a little scrappy, which I love. It's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a great battle. I think some people look at Portsmouth and have question marks as to what they can bring to Division I. There's no question mark in my mind. I mean, Portsmouth is a team that belongs in Division I and will do very well. So we know we've got to step up big time.
I mean, it's two different teams, but it's the same mindset. The last time we played them was the championship game, and they're going to want to do that to us again, and we just have to take revenge, even though it's two different entire.
Sophomore year, I played with the kids who lost in that state championship, and Coach Hines brought it up right when we broke as a team last Saturday, and yeah, it's still a little rivalry, I guess, and it'll be a big game.